Here we go, here we go. Hello, friends, hello. Welcome to this video. This is part of the Slumber Party Weekend Experiential. So if you're following this when it drops, I'm recording this on a Saturday. We'll try to get it posted today. And then we'll be doing some other things this weekend that will all go into a playlist. So this will be a timeless slumber party that you can play with whenever you want. My Valentina wants to. All right. So we're doing some little things as we always do to kind of get ourselves in the mood for this. So I want to share what's coming up later because it's just as fun as what's coming up now, but let's get into this part. So what we have here is everything we work with in these videos is part of the whole entire experience. It's not meant to look professionally polished or anything like that. It's meant to be fun and inner child stuff and just a lot of different things going on. To tickle your senses. So we had a lot of beautiful, cool weather come through yesterday. So I have the window open. I have a beautiful breeze. I wish you could be here and see the breeze. Oh, I just saw 140, not the 144 again. Okay, I don't want to get taken away by 144. What I am going to do is I've been called to put some peppermint in the diffuser. This is some of my favorite, peppermint plant. Maybe it's how they distill it or something, but this one is so good. So this one is food grade, so I put it in my water sometimes, but we're putting just a drop or so in here. And if you're joining me, if you're going to play in the slumber party, this would be the time that you might just be getting to my house to come for breakfast on Saturday morning. And I'll be sharing with you all the things I have planned that I thought would be fun for us to do for our slumber party. Does that work? Oh, yeah, gotta plug it in. All the fun things that we could do for our slumber party. So what we're gonna do here, as soon as we get this guy going, is we're going to, I may even sleep in my sleeping bag tonight. Get the sleeping bag, that going, and I want it to be on this color for now. Throat chakra. So I don't know exactly what the reading is. I just saw 333 on the timer. There goes the peppermint. The other things that wanted to come out and be on the table were this spray, purification. Where's my camera? Get up there and focus. So in addition to the peppermint, we're going to spray a little purification spray. Get our space on, and I'm loving the colors of all the blues and greens that are wanting to come out. And you'll see that I have my favorite stones on the table. So this is a little group of stones. I don't know what I'm doing. This camera just wants to seem to be crooked. These are my favorite stones that kind of all fell out together, and so they make themselves into a grid or some sort of feeling. They transmit something every time they're rearranged. So I'm just going to shuffle them around a little bit and let them fall where they might. And every time I look at them, they kind of have something different going on. So we have that. And then the other thing that we're going to do Where did you go? Is we're going to work today pretty much with, whoa, there we go again, jumping at you. We're going to work with Shaman's Drum, I think, exclusively today. And the first thing I want to do is just lay out the cards. I'm probably going to pick up the camera here and just show you, like, the vibe of the deck spoke to me this morning. Every time, got a little wet right there. Every time I catch the vibe of this deck, it kind of does something to me in terms of like the feeling of it. So let me just pick up the camera and just give you like the vibe of Shaman's Drum, like very earthy, very, that's just a few cards, but just the colors feel very autumnal. There's a glare on them, but that's okay because we're not going to leave them like that. We're going to play a little game with them here. Now, I don't know where the guides want to take this reading, so my team is here. We're all wrapped in love light and light love and calling in all the spirit guides who would like to participate. And I'll tell you the one who is here. I even have my, whoops, I'm going to come through again, my hot chocolate, all my marshmallows melted. So I want more marshmallows. I know the guide that's here, and I think we're going to kind of stick with him and Archangel Metatron, who's kind of, Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael are kind of my buddies right now, who hang with me most of the time. It's kind of like a trio. Like I hang with like Goddess Bridget a lot, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. They're kind of like my buds. But Merlin, my soul brother Merlin, is here, and whenever he shows up, we haven't hung out in a while with Merlin. The last time we hung out with Merlin was, man, like earlier in the year. So we're going to hang with Merlin this weekend, and we're hanging with like Merlin, the inner child of Merlin, and he has promised us some magical fun. So later, one of the things we will be doing as part of the slumber party, probably later tonight, is we're going to be making some sort of a potion with Merlin. So if you want to do that, I will be, I don't know what I'll be doing. Just intuitively gather some stuff that you think you'll need. And we're going to do a separate video tonight as part of our slumber party. You know, that'll be the time that we all usually get together and do like light as a feather, stiff as a board, I don't know. Or we'll secretly invite boys into our slumber party. I don't know. Just being silly. So we're going to play that game later tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do this. So if you catch this, like, this is being recorded, I don't know what today is. I think it's October 16th, 2021. A lot of my followers watch things when they drop. So you'd be following this sequentially. Excuse me, there I go again with the throat. If you follow this sequentially, you'd be watching this, and then the next video would be with Merlin. I don't know where I was going there. So let me just make sure. This is what they want me to do. They just want me to lay out these cards. And we're not even going to pick them all. Like I said, we're going to do like, remember those games where you were little and you tried to kind of like match up? You'd flip the cards over and try to match up the same images. I've been wanting to do this type of reading for a while now, so we're finally here. And then we're going to look at this little gizmo and see, gizmo, this little setup here. Where's my pointer? So we're going to make a magical potion with Merlin later, and then tomorrow I'm going to be hanging out with Sea Star at the Rockaway Point Lighthouse, and we're going to be doing something fun there with the energy story for the week. So I've got all these cards laid out. Got Merlin, my team here, and what is the topic of, because you showed me 144, you showed me 333. What else do we want to do? They're like, just flip over some cards. So I'm going to pick this one and this one. Oh, that's a good one. And this one. Let's see what they are, and I'll read them in the order that they came out. So the first one we have, oh, I knew this was going to show up today. Okay, hold on. I'll show you why. I'll show you why. So earlier this morning when I drew my cards from Bubble Bubble, I got, oh, come on. The lighting is so horrible. I got the spooky card. And the spooky card is, we've gotten this before in readings, but it's, that's funny, Emily thought. This is one of the story cards. That's funny, Emily thought. The lights were on in the house when I left to take Benny trick-or-treating. And Benny thought it was funny to play little jokes on his sister. He was known for being a mischievous trickster. So, okay, here's where this is going. So the first card that came out is Coyote Clan. I'm going to have to do a really good filter on this video because it just looks so dark. But it's Coyote Clan, and it says, fun and frolic await when you join in with this clan. And we have that little cute coyote kind of up there at the top. So we have coyote energy and mischievous trickster energy coming through. And I felt that a little bit when Merlin popped in earlier. Like, he always kind of wants to hang out, but sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to. I just, you have the power to hang out with whoever you want to hang out with, whatever one of your guides. Just because they show up doesn't mean you have to hang out with them. And sometimes I'm like, no, Merlin, I don't want to hang out with you. But he's been showing up a lot lately in different spaces. And I was like, okay, let's hang out this weekend. Because what happens here is if you participate in this slumber party, you kind of get swept away in the mischievous, kind of fun, like, energy of being a group of people who are, kind of more like childlike and playful energy. And your outer reality kind of falls to the side a little bit. And some of the stuff you needed to do that was more like adult stuff, like, just is not going to happen this weekend. So, mischievous trickster energy means, to me, not like bad stuff, but more like playful stuff. Like, stuff is going to show up for you. So we're saying this is a weekend experience. If you just watched this card reading and you didn't watch any of I think there's going to be only 2 other videos in this experiential, but if you didn't watch any of those others, still within like the 48 hours following this reading, you're going to be kind of swept away in this like childlike, playful, kind of fun, mischievous energy. And you're going to be asked, do you want to take part in that adventure? And you don't have to be, right? It's free will choice. You can be like, no, I don't really want that. I just came here for a card reading. Or you can like, come with me. And let's do this. Like, I'm all in the deep forest this morning, like, energetically just feel the spirit of the forest and the magic of the forest around. And that's kind of the vibe I'm hanging out with this weekend. So there's that. So Coyote Clan. The next thing that came out is very surprising why he's here. This is like probably, I would say, the most powerful spirit guide. Well, they're all powerful in their own right, so I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't downplay one versus another, but every time I see this card, I'm like, oh, there's big magic afoot. So this is one of the guides that helped me to make Shaman's Drum deck. So this is Chief White Eagle. I didn't know who he was when he came through, but he is, I just looked up his name. He's a Ponca spirit guide. But when we get this card, it says, feel tall and proud of who you are, child of the universe. And he's just like so powerful. That stare of this eagle like gets me every time. Yeah. So what he's saying there, like, even though it looks so, it just looks so stern. Okay, here's where it is. It just looks so stern and businesslike. Although I know he's not. He's very, oh gosh, like I said before, I always get this like heads are gonna roll kind of energy when he's around, like the Priest song, like heads are gonna roll, and he's like, I don't. Oh yeah, he's very like take no prisoners. So, but we're not working with that. What we're working with here is kind of the opposite of that energy, so to speak. You can call him in if you want, and if you like to work with warrior guides, like, whoa, look out and work with him, you can work with him. But it's kind of the opposite of that this weekend. It's like, be proud of who you are, and don't let your inner, yeah, there's the magical Catahoula to give us confirmation. Like, don't let your adult stuffy self, mess up this good thing you got going on with these song references. Like, mess up this good thing you got going on and spoil this damn slumber party. So, yeah, because he's like in this one, okay, he is kind of being playful with this, because in this one, he looks like the stern dad who would be like, what are you girls doing in there, kids, or whatever. Slumber parties aren't usually like boy, girl, but maybe they are nowadays. I don't know. Let's assume it's a girls' slumber party, and if there are guys involved, they're like kind of crashing it, like, what are those girls doing in there? So he's like the stern dad who's like, what are you girls doing in there? And it reminds me of, one of my favorite shows, like King of the Hill. So this reference comes up, King of the Hill, where Connie, the neighbor, the little Laotian girl neighbor, wanted to have like a slumber party, and her dad is like so stern and mean. We may have to watch that episode together, but her dad is like really stern. And her parents made she wanted to have a slumber party. The girls came over, and her parents made all the girls sign like a legal contract and release everything, recently release them from liability. Like, if anything happened, and they were supposed to agree, like, no pillow fights, no music, no nothing. And it was just going to be like this boring slumber party. So he's kind of like coming through in a playful way and saying, don't let your stern dad energy or somebody else around you who may see you like swept away in this like Merlin crockpot. This is like a Merlin's cauldron, swept away in this Merlin's cauldron of inner child fun. Like, don't let the stern dads around you. Oh, this is so funny. Don't let the stern dads around you like come and like cramp your style or something. Okay, so just tell them whatever, or just like take yourself off and just like have this fun, or even invite in some of your own friends. All right, let me just like move on from that. The last card I flipped over is, oh yeah, I like this one, Tribe. The spirit of oneness, togetherness, and love holds us together. So all you have to do to play is to call in your tribe, or like connect us all together to have this experience. It'll be even more powerful. So why don't we do that now? Because we didn't really kind of do that in the beginning. If you want to join in this fun, this is etherically, energetically, a slumber party that lives in the ethers, lives in the astrals, that you can connect to whenever you watch this video or hear this audio, because it may go up elsewhere, but we'll see. Anyway, whenever you hear this. And it doesn't matter if you're watching it when it drops or a year from now, you can still partake in this slumber party, because we are all one. Here we go. We're going to connect in our heart spaces. So just, if you want to connect in and enjoy this fun, this is now the time to say, like, hell yeah, I want to join the Coyote. Oh my God, I want to join the Coyote Club or whatever, and kind of play with Merlin. And if you do want to do that and take it beyond just a card reading, now's the time to say, our hearts are one, our souls are one. There is only oneness. and see our hearts connecting across space. There is no time, there's liminal time. There's astral time, which is a little different because everything's kind of happening at the same time in astral time. And so we can meet together. Oh, wow, this is quite interesting. We could have a lot of playful fun with this. But we are one. This is a safe space. This is a time for you to have fun. But they are showing me that if this brings up like nostalgia vibes, like, oh, I remember when I was a kid and I didn't get to have a slumber party, or like it could bring up like these weird inner child healing thing that needs to happen as a part of this experiential, where you have to do some releasing around like stuff that happened around some of the topics that we're bringing up here as part of this slumber party. So yeah, you got to work. We couldn't just leave it at, just let's have a fun slumber party. You always got to bring up some darn healing topic. Okay, fine. All right. 2 more cards, they're saying. So I don't know, this one's just been calling to me. And the one that's the hardest to get is calling me. So let's see what those are. Oh, that peppermint smells really good. I wish you guys could smell that. Okay, the 2 that came out are Oasis. When all seems lost and hope is gone, a healing oasis will bring you to song. So, in addition to fun and frolicking around in the slumber party, you may want to treat this as some sort of like pampering weekend where because hey, we're all girls here. Let's like do each other's nails. Let's do each other's nails. And man, if I had a hot tub, be like, let's go hang out in the Japanese hot soaking tub, or I would want one of those, like a Japanese soaking tub. Let's go hang out in the hot tub. Or, maybe if you're not thinking like little girl slumber party, but you're thinking like teenage girl slumber party, then you'd be like, let's go hang out at the hot tub and see what boys come around or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe we're a teenage girl slumber party. You make it which one you want to make it. And the last card is Winter. A time to rest and go within. From this space, you will learn new things about yourself and those around you. So winter is on the medicine wheel, like a time for resting and retreating and relaxing. And I did already pull that card. I didn't include it here, but personally I pulled this card this morning. It's from the same deck, but it's Twilight. And it says, as the light recedes, you are asked to conserve your energy and recharge your soul. So that's coming up twice. So we've got 3 things about oasis and going within and pampering yourself and letting yourself have some good old-fashioned fun time. What else do we want to look at? Is there anything else the guides want to say? Okay, I'm going to pull one. So, like, what about all the cards that went down and didn't get pulled? Guess it doesn't really matter. I want to kind of see what this is saying here. Hold on just a second. Every time these come out, they're like an activation for the heart. So I'm going to just put the camera up here and do you like a close-up of that little grid. And if you just stare at it for a moment or two, you can even pause. I don't know if you can pause the video and look at it, but there's something there. It's different for each one of you. What I do find interesting is that these are unrelated stones. So some of them are my personal collection. So like the jade fell alone over here. That one is like aventurine little double terminated. But all the other ones were ones I found or that were gifted to me from the seashore. And this one is particularly speaking to me right here, that one. It gets so bright. So there's something in there for you, some sort of heart resonance. It does something to the heart space, but it's different for each one of you. Let's get a look at these cards. And then let me just set this down and grab one last card. All right, you want me to use magic and light. So we're going to use this deck. I really like this deck. This is Magic and Light by Sue Lyon. She's on Etsy. She has amazing artwork. She's created all sorts of cool stuff. She has a board game that's kind of fun. So we're going to pull from her deck one final card, and then we'll talk about what's next. So what do we need to know about this slumber party or these messages? Okay, so this is interesting, and this one wants to come out too, and that's what I'm going to pull. Oh, there's another one too, but do I pull that one? All right, this is the last one. Yeah. Okay, so 3 wanted to come out, so 3 showing up again. So her cards are gorgeous artwork. This one is Fearless Flight. And it says, lift off. Yes, this is the childlike energy, fearless flight. I don't know if I can read it and get all the words in there. But it's like, wouldn't it be amazing to be able to fly? Just a pair of wings, sky smile, and the companionship of Earth's couriers of flight. Imagine the freedom of movement that birds use without even thinking about the mechanics of flying. Their leap of faith works every time. They just put their mind to it and lift off. So maybe it's time to release those misgivings about your own abilities and start manifesting the belief that anything is possible. Know that you are protected from any headwind and nothing can prevent you from having a safe trip except your own fear. Can you feel the breath of support? So jump now, fly. The other thing I like that she does is she always puts like a little tiny note about maybe something hidden in the artwork that you didn't see when you first looked at it. And this one says, angel wings and bird wings, are they different? So I think this all goes to kind of inner child stuff too. And not just about this experiential, because I think a lot of people don't really get my experientials. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe they're just like, what is she talking about? And it's because you have to like, it's an overarching theme for you. It's kind of like you have to release control and let yourself just go with the flow and kind of just wade into the river and let yourself wade into the river with your inner tube. Since that's like so close to me, the river and tubing, and just get on your tube and let the river this weekend, just let the river kind of take you and see where it leads without having to control it. This is part of a bigger theme of what we're going to be, I think these are some big themes we're going to be working on this weekend. So these might be the theme cards, in addition to kind of just being playful and hanging out there. Of course, you know, the guide's got to bring in like, oh, we wouldn't just do this just for nothing. You're on a spiritual journey. You got to do some darn healing. The next one, I really love it, is Power. No, he's not a unicorn. He's like a Pegasus. Is he a unicorn? No, he's a Pegasus. He's super cute. Love it. And the top of the card says, when lightning strikes the soul, wake up and fly. In the back of the card, I've never gotten this card before from this deck, carrying thunder and lightning. When lightning strikes the soul, wake up and fly. Through every trial and test. Oh, I love this. Pegasus grew stronger and wiser. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, stop. Okay, that's enough. His journey wasn't meant to be easy. That's because his freaking journey hasn't been freaking easy. That's why. But one that would make him confident, courageous, and agile. He needed that to be able to carry thunder and lightning for Zeus. Sometimes it takes a little lightning to jumpstart the belief in yourself and a little thunder to get you to listen. Be willing to grab onto that lightning bolt. While you fly to all those places you couldn't or wouldn't go before, you will be astounded at your amazing power. Sorry, it's trying to read through tears. Yeah. Believing in yourself and a little thunder to get you to listen. My guides have been really this weekend. I kind of get caught, I kind of get out of the flow sometimes like we all do. And I get a little resistance going because, there's things in my reality right now that are not what I would optimally want to have for myself. So I have to get back in the flow. And so this weekend for me is really going to help me get back in the flow, claim my power back from, putting my energy too far out into the future and wishing for things that, aren't here yet to be here now and all that. And just realizing that I do have the power to do that. I have the power to create my own reality. And so we're going to do that. Oh, see, there it is, the confirmation of that. The power to create my own reality. Oh, what did it say on the side? Pegasus carried thunder and lightning for Zeus. Love it. And then, of course, the last card that was calling is this one. I love it only because, look, we're going on this adventure and we're journeying together. This is no illumination. All right, there's wind blowing. I love it. He's got the dream catcher and the lantern, the staff, the medicine bag. It's so hermit vibes, and it's so Merlin vibes to me too. This one says traveling light. Now you can take that more ways than one. You're a traveling light, like you are an illumination, you are light. Or you can think about it also as traveling more lightly, like clearing your energy, clearing your space. The rest of it is from whence you came, then come again and journey into the sea of light. And where do we come from? Our souls speak of color and love and hope and tenderness, soothing rain on a summer evening and silent snow in the deepest night. But our minds, here we go, sometimes pursue our earthly path disconnected from the hugeness of a bigger life. Now is the time to open yourself to the heartbeat of the universe. Take that sacred lantern to light your way and explore the path and power of connectedness, and know that life continues into eternity. Notice the golden corridor. This is where we're going, slumber party friends. All right, so these are the key themes, I think, for this weekend experiential, this slumber party. We've got the cards, we've got the guides, and I will be tapping back in or tuning back in the next video. We are going to be hanging out with Merlin, and we're going to be doing a potion. So I would bring, if you are going to do that one, I would bring a container of some sort to hold your potion in. I'm going to let you intuitively pick that out. And then don't worry about the ingredients. We're going to work on the majority of the ingredients together. Bring something to write with, some paper, a clean white paper, just plain paper, no nothing on it. Something to write on, something that you would consider like a sacred writing tool. Or we can bless it to be that, doesn't really matter. And then you're going to be intuitively guided to pick one ingredient on your own to bring with you to this experiential. So gather those up. And then if you are choosing to play along, then the next video will be the Merlin's magic or Merlin's potion or whatever we're going to call it. And we're going to create and craft that together. All right, I want to thank you all so much for watching or listening, and we will see you again soon in the next video. Take care.